Boom, how's it going everyone? It's the Flying Pig here on FullTimeDEVILS YouTube channel for the FC Astana Watchalong in the Europa League. How are we all doing tonight? Hope you're having a good one and glad that whoever's in here already has joined in to watch this game along on FullTimeDEVILS. Of course, it's the opener for the Europa League campaign. Nobody really wants to be in the Europa League, but we are. It's an opportunity of a way to get into the Champions League, so it is an important competition for us. We're coming up against FC Astana of Kazakhstan. It's actually the first competitive meeting between an English side and a Kazakhstani side. So it's a historical evening tonight. It's historical for another reason as well, because Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has actually played the youth tonight, which is fantastic. Really, really happy about that. We'll go through the team in a moment. Just want to make sure that I'm coming through loud and clear. I can see there's a bunch of legends already tuned into the channel. The Music Fiend, Luke Matthew, Mandy Smith, Alex Rincon, just to name a few. Thank you so much for getting in here and joining me for the watch along. Let me know you can hear me okay is what I'm saying. So, of course, it's an interesting game for Manchester United because we've got these youth players out. Let's have a look at the lineup here then. So the game's starting at 8 o'clock, so we're about 8 minutes away from kickoff. Let's get into the starting 11. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has given the youth an opportunity in this game. We thought that might happen because it's the Europa League. He's sort of held back on playing them in the Premier League. He's gone for his experienced players, rightly or wrongly. I've not been too happy about the selection recently, but this one is very exciting because look at the quality young players we've got out there on the pitch, and we've got an abundance of them as well. In terms of the youth players, look at what we've got out there. So, of course, Rashford's still a young lad up top there. We've got Greenwood, Gomez and Chong in behind. I mean, that just sounds like an absolute trident of penetration there. They've got the bags of talent that we've seen in pre-season and, of course, of the under-23s and things like that. They're obviously very talented players. They need opportunities to be able to take that step up to the next level and become a quality United first-team player. This is their sort of route into it, really. This is their way in. Because the Premier League, of course, I sort of see what Ole Gunnar's doing in the Premier League. It's kind of unpredictable when you're going to chuck a 17-year-old in a Premier League game that you need to win, like that last Leicester City game, for instance. But this game is the game to see the likes of Greenwood, to see the likes of Gomez and Chong and those guys and see how they can do. Let's have a look at the midfield as well. Matic and Fred. Now, I'm very happy Fred starting because obviously he came on in the last game against Leicester City for a little cameo of about 25 minutes, half an hour. And he looked very, very good indeed. I was very happy with what I saw from him. Much better than Matic actually in that game. You know, he's on the pitch as well tonight. He's actually captain in the side, I think, tonight, Nemanja Matic. So fair play. We've got to have one big hard Serbian on there on the pitch. So he's the man today. That completes the midfield. And then looking at the back line, as you can see, we've got Diogo Dalot right back, which is absolutely fantastic. Been eager to see him in action again. Obviously, he's coming back from a little injury. But from what we've seen from Diogo Dalot over his short Manchester United career, he looks like he's got bags of potential as well, both in terms of defensively, but also getting forward, creating as well from a wing-back position. So really excited that Diogo Dalot's in the side, and then Twanzibi's another one. Axel himself is in the side, so that's brilliant. No Lindelof, no Maguire tonight, so it's interesting. I thought we'd probably see maybe Maguire and Twanzibi because that is another realistic pairing that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer might have to call upon during the Premier League campaign. But Twanzibi and Jones it is. Very happy to see Axel Twanzibi in the side. He's looked great from what we've seen from him again. Another good young talent. An opportunity for him tonight to see what he can do in terms of maybe being able to break into that side. I know Victor Lindelof's just been given a new contract, which I think is actually good. He's one of our better players. We need to keep hold of him. But Twanzibi has got the potential to maybe knock him out of the side if he can impress with a couple of performances that he's given. And then on playing left back, we have got Marcus Rojo, who we've not seen for a while, who, I wasn't really expecting to be starting this Premier League campaign whilst still at Manchester United, but he is. So there you go. Hopefully he does a good job. We have got injury problems at the moment, injury problems galore, but also it's just a great opportunity for Ole Gunnar to mix his pack a little bit, put some other players in there, see what they can do, and I'm excited for the lineup for the first time in a while. I'm actually pretty buzzing for this game because we're coming up against no disrespect, but a team that before this competition was drawn, I'd never even really heard of. Like I say, there's never been a competitive meeting between an English side and a Kazakh side. So really, I'm not expecting too much from them. Of course, we've got to respect them because this will be like Christmas Day to them. This will be the FA Cup final for them, or even more than that. So they will be absolutely fighting their socks off and working their socks off to try and get something from this game. It's unlikely. But stranger things have happened. Couple of stats which maybe I shouldn't mention because, of course, they could potentially curse us for this game. But if I read these couple of stats, so we are actually unbeaten in our past 11 Europa League games. Take from that what you will. So we actually lost our last 2 home games in European competitions, though. And we've never lost 3 in a row. So don't see that happening tonight, personally, but it could do. Everybody in here, thanks so much for stopping by on the live stream. Of course, get involved in the live chat throughout, and I will dip in and read a bunch of your comments out as we go. Shout out to Neil Duffin, Shane Canavan, and Seldom. Thank you very much, all you guys, for getting in here on the live stream today. You're a bunch of legends. Smack a cheeky little like on it. Also, I would like to mention Football Index, as you can see down there, by the very handsome looking Victor Lindelof in that picture there. Smug that he's just signed a new contract in 2024. You can see that this is in conjunction with the Football Index, which is like a stock market for footballers. If you think you know a lot about the footballing world and predicting what talents are going to turn into global stars and what players are going to improve significantly, you can actually put some money down, and you can try and grow that money by making smart acquisitions, selling high, buying low, all that sort of stuff. So there should be a link in the description which you can check out. Go and check out Football Index. Tell them Full Time Devils sent you, and also you can play free there. So you don't have to put money down if you don't want. You can play free. You do have to be over 18 though. Check the T's and C's, but check out the Football Index, which is a proud sponsor of the Full Time Devils Watchalong. So we're just a couple of moments away from kickoff here, guys. It should be an interesting game of football. As you can see, my prediction there on the screen down there somewhere, is 4-0. I'm not sporting the lovely hat, the lovely Russian style hat. Maybe it's a Kazakh hat, I don't know, but I'm not sporting the lovely hat in that photo. It's not the most flattering head of mine, if that makes any sense. But either way, that's my prediction. It's a bold prediction, but look, like I say, they're third in the Kazakh League. We don't really know too much about the Kazakh League, but I imagine the standard is probably like League 2 at best. I don't really know. Maybe that's an insult. Sorry to any Kazakhstani people watching, but I haven't seen anything of the Kazakh League, haven't seen anything of this team before. So if you look at the talents we've got out there, sure, we've not got the most experienced team out there, but in terms of just good young talents who are at one of the best sort of youth development sides in the country, these are some great players. I'm pretty sure that we're going to cause Kazakhstan's, one of Kazakhstan's premier teams, a lot of trouble with the players we've got out there tonight. I mean, just look at them. Look at those lads. Chong, Tahif, come on, my son. He's going to have a good performance tonight. You can just feel it. The future Ruud Gullit of Manchester United. Angel Gomez. I mean, what a lad. What a young player and talent we've got at our hands here. Just want to see more of it. Just would like to see more of it. That's all. That's my only real criticism of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's selection so far this season, is that he has said at times that he will put the faith in the youth and give the youth players an opportunity, but then he goes and he selects whether it be Matic or Lingard and players like this consistently, even though they haven't really been performing. But this is the opportunity right now. We can see Romero's in goal as well, so it's an opportunity for the other players to have a real good amount of game time in a competition. If they do well, I'm sure they'll stay in the Europa League team all the way to the final probably. That's sort of how it works generally, unless they get bumped in the final, which sometimes happen as well. But this is a real great opportunity for all of these young players. So we've got Nemanja Matic coming up to the halfway line here, and the coin toss with the Kazakhstani team's goalkeeper here. FC Astana's goalie is their captain. His name's Eric. Is that a good omen for us? His name is Eric. At Old Trafford, I'm not so sure that's a good omen for us, but there you go. So his name's Neniel Eric. I'm not going to go through and read all of their team news and team names, but please do that if you want. It would be an absolute mess if I tried to do that. Let's get in and have a look at some of your predictions then. So Mewtwo, one of my favourite Pokemon, comments 2-0 max, I'd say. I mean, a win would be fantastic here tonight. We've got to get the job done. We're coming up against a team that is not ready to United standards, even with these changes and these young players on the pitch. So I think a win is an absolute minimum. If we can't get a win against this FC Astana side, then something is actually up, even with these youth players on. So United's team here, Harry Maguire, Wan Mata, a lot of experience on the bench should it need to be called on. But the mantle will be given to youth players. Kickoff has just happened, so we're underway in the game here at Old Trafford. Man United versus Astana. I'll keep you up to date with what's going on in the game. I'll just put the score up as well so you guys can see what the current score is, and I'll update that throughout. Roberto Kit, how you doing? Mill278 says 3-0 at least. Hope you're right. Hope it is a good dominant performance from United today, and we can get a real shot of confidence to these young lads, and maybe a couple of them can pry their way into Ole Gunnar's actual first team plans. You know, if Gomez, if Chong, if they put in some great performances tonight, then I think there's certain players in certain positions that maybe deserve to be dropped for our next Premier League game. That's if they put in some good performances. But United down the left with an early bit of play here from Angel Gomez. He's got the ball at his feet. He's given it away. But positive enough start here from United. Let's see if we can get that ball back. It's kind of like we're playing the Kazakhstani Norwich City here, like the Canaries, the Kazakhstani Canaries, because they're playing in all yellow. United in our familiar red and white shorts and white socks at Old Trafford, 0-0 at the moment, 1 minute, 10 seconds gone. I'll keep you up to date with what's going on. Thanks to everybody who's tuning in for the Full Time Devils live stream right now. You're a bunch of legends. Get involved in the chat. The pitch is looking pretty mesmeric at Old Trafford. Fair play to the groundsman. Foul RMOD's comments. Who is this guy? It's not Jeremy Stevens. It is Mr. Flying Pig. Okay, if you're not familiar with me, I'm a YouTuber. I do Manchester United and football-related videos on my own YouTube channel, Flying Pig United. There's probably a link in the description for that as well. Go and subscribe. You might as well. But here I am, I wouldn't like to say take it over, but on Full Time Devils tonight to do their watch-along. I hope you guys enjoy it. If you don't, you've stuck with me, I'm afraid. So that's it. But show some love anyway in the comment section. Get involved as we go along, and I'll keep you up to date with what's going on. Nemanja Matic on the ball. He's a player that we've not seen the best of recently. Even in the last game against Leicester, he was okay, but he still was lacking in certain departments, and I think that's a position United should absolutely be looking to strengthen at the next possible opportunity in January. Here come United, though. Bit of play around the edge of the area. Oh, my days! It's a shot from distance by Fred. Fred, what a shot that was from literally about 35, 40 yards out. And he has rattled the crossbar from distance. It was a great attempt, great effort from the lad. And it was almost yabba dabba do time for Fred, but not quite. Oscar loves nature, says Mr. Flying Pig HD. I love you. Thank you very much, Oscar. You love nature. You love the pig. I'm sending that love right back at you, buddy. So thanks very much. Yep, the Music Fiend says, nice shot by Fred. I thought that was an excellent attempt from the lad. Early sort of tester for him. Shows the confidence that he's maybe feeling tonight. And he's got that feeling, obviously, that this is probably a good opportunity to impress. We're coming up against a team that we are stronger than in all departments. He's been given a rare opportunity to start. Am I right in saying it's Fred's first start of the season in any competition? Is that right? Maybe I'm wrong, but he's definitely not played a lot. He's been coming on. He came on as a substitute in the last game. I think that's the first time we saw him. But look at that. Lovely give and go. Lovely 1-2. The ball is given to Fred, who's in a bit of space. He takes it back across, left-footed strike from literally 30, 35 yards out. Rattles the crossbar. Fantastic bit of football from United there, to be fair. And a confident attempt from Fred. Now, edge of the area, United have got a free kick. 3 minutes, 42 seconds gone. Rashford steps over the ball. Of course, we've not seen the best from him in terms of free kicks. He did rattle the crossbar in the last game. Oh! Marcus Rashford with a chicken dipper. A cheeky chicken dipper over the wall there. It had some pace on it. It had some height on it, but it was dipping rapidly. And the reason for that is it hit the wall. It hit the defensive wall. Bit of spin on it, and that's what made it the chicken dipper that I described it as. United with a corner. In it comes, cleared away by Kazakhstan. So I keep calling them Kazakhstan. We're not playing the Kazakhstani national side. It's FC Astana. Cleared away by FC Astana's first defender there. Long ball up the pitch from then. Header one! And Sergio Romero has to surge out of his area and get a head on it because the Kazakhstani striker was running through one-on-one. The FC Astana striker. Ben Cooper says, Flying Pig should do every watch-along. Well, that's just your opinion, but thank you very much, Ben. So this will be a huge game, though, for FC Astana. Let's be real, because this is like literally their World Cup final. I don't want to belittle them in any way. I'm sure they're a good team. I'm sure they do have some good players. But coming up against Manchester United at Old Trafford, this is like a dream for them. So they'll be pinching themselves out there, and they will be doing their absolute utmost to try and get something from this game. So don't rule them out just yet. It would be easy to do that. But United have made wholesale changes. It's not like we are this seasoned, well-oiled machine at the moment. Far from it, really. So confidence has to come into it. United, not the most confident, but we should be capable of getting the job done against FC Astana, shouldn't we? Footy Live comments, hi mate, how is Gomez doing, mate? Good to see you in here, Footy Live. Thanks for stopping by. We're 5 minutes, 33 seconds gone to let you know how Gomez is doing. I mean, it's only really a few minutes gone into it, so we haven't seen too much from it. He had a lively movement down the left at the start. Here he is on the ball right now, actually. And Tahith Chong is now on the ball, found by Gomez. Tahith Chong tries to beat his man, tries to get half a yard. He does! He gets the ball across the 6-yard box. It's near the goalkeeper at the near post, and it is put out for a corner. So I love Chong's hair, to be fair. It is a fantastic, majestic setup he's got on the top of his head, I must say. I love it. It sort of reminds me of Rene Higuita's old haircut, if you remember that legendary goalkeeper. It's sort of like that. It's not the Fellaini. It's almost like a downward Fellaini. It's very impressive. So good to have one player with that sort of a hairdo on the pitch at any one time for United. The Old Trafford crowd singing very loudly at the moment. And the ball is played in behind. They'll be looking forward to a few goals tonight. That's what I'm expecting to see. We do have really good attacking young talents on there who should be able to open up this FC Astana defence. You know, whether they can or not, that's another question. But they should be able to do that. So the United fans obviously expecting a lot of goals tonight. James Melia, how are you doing, mate? He comments, Rashford, stop taking the free kicks. I mean, that's another free kick that's gone wayward for him. I mean, I said it previously. It's almost good, not in this game because it's good to give the youth players a chance, but it's almost good to have Juan Mata on the pitch because he is actually a really good free kick taker. If you look at the statistics, he scores quite a considerable amount of them. Very good technician when it comes to free kicks. I think he's our best free kick taker. I don't really think Rashford is. I mean, we've seen Pogba take a lot of free kicks over the years, and I've not been impressed enough with Pogba's free kick abilities at United anyway. Same goes for Rashford, to be honest, but he's still young, he's still learning, but he does try and do like these sort of knuckle puck Cristiano Ronaldo style free kicks, and they're more difficult to execute. When they come off well. He did hit the bar with one in the Leicester game, but you know, he's not banging them in, is he? He's not banging them in, and that is a major problem for your free kick taker. You do need to get them in. It's like when we had David Beckham in the team. I hate to go into old times, but David Beckham, you knew he was going to score a certain amount of free kicks because he just had that ability to place them more often than not. We don't really have that at the moment. We don't have the technical ability with a free kick taker currently on the pitch. We'll see, though. You know, if Rashford's going to be the main man for free kicks, I'm not so convinced. But who knows? I mean, I don't really know what the likes of Gomez and Chong and these sorts of guys are like when it comes to taking free kicks. So hopefully we are going to see some of that tonight. And Rashford's just not on free kick duty. But if he is, obviously I hope he scores. Joe Brany, Ben Rutter, Yasser Wahid, great to have you all in here for the live watch along. Get involved as we go along. If you do play the Football Index, check the link in the description as well, because this will probably be quite a key game for Manchester United players if you've got them in your Football Index, because they haven't played all season. And you're talking about these young lads who, you know, they're probably at the lower end of the spectrum. They're probably expensive for young players. But in terms of maybe having the ability to have a good investment, this game could be quite interesting, because if one of them bangs in a hat-trick or something, they're gonna skyrocket. So just a thought, but check it out if you want to play for free anyway, and also try and make a bit of money if you want. Link in the description down below. Football Index, Victor Lindelof's loving it, as you can see. So just to let you know, the time, 9 minutes, 20 seconds gone. What I did want to try and do is get a timer up on this graphic up on the screen so you guys could follow it along and sync up if you wanted to. Unfortunately, just didn't quite have time. So what you can do is, if you really want to, if you're slightly ahead of me, you can pause it on your TV. You can try and catch up, whatever you want. If you want to watch it absolutely frame for frame, moment for moment with me on the watch along. So we're at 9 minutes, 44 seconds gone now, if you guys want to do that. Thank you very much, Ben and Joe, for the lovely comments in the live chat here. Thanks so much. Much appreciated. Thanks for stopping by. Do smash a like on it. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, you can also check that out, Flying Pig United. Shameless plug. Might as well get it in there again. Do you know what I mean? Manny Slouflaki. We've got a fellow Greek in here. Ball over the top. Hang on a second, Manny, because the ball came over the top for the run of Marcus Rashford, but the goalkeeper for FC Astana was quick to it. It was a ball over the top by Marcus Rojo, and Rashford couldn't quite latch on the end of it before the keeper got to it. Manny Souflaki, Kalaspera to you, my friend. He said, how is Henry Hotspur feeling after Olympiacos tied Spurs yesterday? Yeah, some interesting results in Europe this week. Of course, Liverpool lost. Liverpool lost to Napoli. Virgil van Dijk, best defender in the world. My eye. Anyway, also Chelsea lost, and then Spurs drew with Olympiacos. I mean, it's not the worst result away from home in Greece. Very happy that Olympiacos got a decent result there, though. So, yeah, I haven't spoken to him, nor will I. Thank you very much for getting in here. So here come United down the right. Diogo Dalot on the ball. Nemanja Matic picks it up in the centre of the park. Oh, and it's a shot from distance. Blocked away, though. I'm not sure who it was. I think Angel Gomez with the opportunity for United, but it hit a FC Astana defender. United still piling on the pressure, though. Here we come down the left. Ball whipped in to the danger zone, but it is actually a terrible, terrible pass from Marcus Rojo. He smiles and gives a shake and a wobble of the head. Rightfully so, because that was... oh, it's a corner. From the angle it showed, it looked like it was just a clearly awful pass, but it was actually a ball in, and it's beaten away by FC Astana's defender there. So he's won the corner. Fair play to you, Rojo. Corner in! Corner in! Oh, my days, and a shot! I think it was Marcus Rashford who tried to get the reactionary shot away, but the keeper's made a great save. Fantastic save by Eric in between the sticks, and Rashford was the man who had the final opportunity there for United. Let's see what happens. So the corner comes in. It's a very good corner. It's almost met the head of Rashford initially, but it didn't. It just missed him, and then it sort of pinballed around a little bit. I think it's Twanzebe or Fred who manages to get a final touch to put it into Rashford's path, and Rashford straight at the keeper, unfortunately, there. Maybe should have shown a little bit more clinical finishing, but still... good bit of movement from him, and a good opportunity for Rashford. The goalkeeper, though, made a great save, didn't he, there? And that was a good save. I mean, I said it at the start, I don't want to jinx us too much, but we have got a lad in between the sticks playing for FC Astana whose name is Eric, okay? Now, that could either be Eric Cantona, it could be Eric Jemba Jemba. Either way, I hope it's the Jemba Jemba. Hopefully he doesn't put in a performance like King Cantona does tonight, even though he's a goalkeeper, of course, but you know what I mean. The Polish wonder says, who took the corner? I'm pretty sure it's Angel Gomez. And Solskjaer rushes down to the sidelines. He's not happy with something he's seen. He's going to be barking some orders here, by the looks of it. Twanzebe does well to get United away, but he gives the ball away with his loose pass. Now, this game is one of those games that United should comfortably be winning, isn't it? But think of some other games we've had in recent years. Whether it be FC Midtjylland, I believe, got some sort of a result against us once in recent years. There's been a couple of upsets, hasn't there? So don't get carried away. I mean, the fact is we're 14 minutes almost. We're 13 minutes, 40 seconds into the game here. And United haven't really created all too much. We had that Rashford chance, actually, which he should have perhaps done better, and Fred's rattled the crossbar. So it's all United. I'm not concerned, but I'm saying stranger things have happened than not getting a result against a team like FC Astana. Decent positive start, though, from United, what I'd say. The young players on there, obviously, they've not played together in this capacity very much. They've sort of melded in there with the more experienced players. They do play with each other a lot in the younger variations of Manchester United sides, obviously. So they know each other. People like Chong, people like Gomez, Greenwood, playing across that three behind Rashford. They should have a fair amount of ability to play with each other. Do you know what I mean? What's the word I'm looking for here? Just the way that they interlink, the way that they combine. They've got that football and intelligence with each other because obviously they do play with each other. I'm hoping to see that anyway. Here we come then, United with another chance. You see, we are dominating every aspect of this game at the moment. It should just be a shooting gallery for United. Dalot trying to play a ball down the right. He can't quite do it. Diogo Dalot on the ball. Don't you think he looks like... who's that UFC fighter? He looks just like a UFC fighter anyway, Diogo Dalot. I forget his name now. He's actually in Bellator now. He's gone out of my head. He's Gegard Mousasi. That's it. He's the spitting image of him. Just an observation. United with a chance, and oh my days, it's a great shot by Greenwood. He's tried to find the top left-hand corner with his left foot there, but it's just a foot wide of the top of the crossbar. Let's have a look. Oh, Rashford with a great bit of play. Lovely interlinking football between Rashford and Greenwood and United in general there. Rashford with a fantastic pass, showing that vision. Greenwood's tried to open up his body and curl it around the defender and curl it around the keeper too to find that far left-hand corner, but just not able to get top bins on that. But not far away, not too far away. Here come United again down the right. Greenwood with the ball in. Beaten away by FC Astana's defender there. This should be a good game to commentate because I've got a feeling United are going to have a lot of shots on goal tonight. My prediction of 4-0, I'm still sticking by that anyway. Get your predictions in again. I'd love to hear what you guys think about it. I'm expecting a couple of goals from Rashford, of course, tonight. In terms of the players we've got up there at the top of the pitch, he's obviously the one that's been playing. He's obviously one of the more senior players up there. I know that's crazy to say, but it's true. He's obviously 21. He's had a few seasons in the top flight already. Chong, Gomez, Greenwood, they haven't. So Rashford's going to have to take some of that slack tonight and stick the ball in the back of the net for us. It's something that he's sort of struggled a little bit to do with recently when he's been played up there as a striker. He's maybe not made the killer runs. He's maybe not been clinical enough with the chances that he has had. Certainly that's the case in the Premier League. I know he scored that couple against Chelsea. Oh my days, it's 1-on-1 against Sergio Romero for FC Astana and a shot at goal. Great bit of defending in the end there by Phil Jones. Phil Jones manages to get the slide tackle in. Fair play to him. We've not seen much from him. Rightfully so, but we've not seen much from him. But that was a good bit of defending by him after initially getting beaten out and the FC Astana player going one-on-one. Romero's had to make the save of the trickling shot in the end. And it's a free kick to United. Greenwood brought down and Gomez brought down at the same time by the looks of it. Would it be a yellow card for Postinov, who is one of FC Astana's centre-backs? He may well also play for Kazakhstan. Rincon says, WTF Jones lets a farmer turn him. Yeah, I mean, he did get beaten initially, but he did well to sort of save his situation there. So he did well in the end. But yeah, look, you're saying he's getting turned by a farmer. But realistically, Phil Jones, from what we've seen of him over the last couple of years, is he not farmer level? Do you know what I mean? I don't want to be harsh. He actually did well in the end to get the challenge in. But do you know what I mean? There's a reason why he's not been played. There's a reason why we spent 80 million on Harry Maguire and we've just given Lindelof a new contract. So I don't want to criticise our own players. Phil Jones, fair play to him. He's going to be a squad player, utility player this season. Free kick to United. It hits the wall. Shot attempt again by this time Diogo Dalot, and he's won the corner for United. What I would like to say as well, guys, if you're on Twitter, if you're a part of the Twitterverse, if you want to go and check out FullTimeDEVILS Twitter feed, and they should be holding a couple of polls and things like that throughout the first half and throughout the game in general. So go over to Twitter, get involved in the polls, have a vote. I'll go through all that stuff at half time, see what you guys think, see who you think's performing come half time. So go over there, get that done, see what you guys think about it, and we'll get into it and dive into it in the half-time show. Footy Live says, Pig, you are so loud. Hopefully I'm not too loud. Am I too loud? Let me know if I'm too loud. It could just be your speakers are turned up a little bit too loud. Oh, it's a great ball into the box there. And Marcus Rashford is on the end of it. He's onside by the looks of it, but unfortunately he's just wayward with his finishing again there. Let's see. It is a tricky one. He's having to volley it. And he's actually just marginally offside anyway, I think. So it wouldn't have counted if he did put it in the back of the net. But he's gone. Do you know what he's gone for? He's obviously feeling the confidence. He's gone for the Paolo Di Canio scissor kick in the air. Flying in the air, Paolo Di Canio scissor kick. And unfortunately, he did not execute it like Paolo Di Canio. But fair play for trying, Marcus. And we're just approaching 20 minutes on the clock now. 20 minutes gone. That's 20 minutes. United creating, about 5 or 6 decent chances here. Unable to stick in the back of the net. Oh, and Marcus Rashford's through a goal. It's a fantastic save by FC Astana's goalkeeper, King Eric, again, coming to their rescue. And Marcus Rashford, again, unable to find the back of the net. But let's just take a look at this. So the ball comes over the top there. I think it's Marcus Rojo with the ball over. Very good ball. Great run. Great run by Marcus Rashford as well. Fantastic run. Gets in behind and he gets a really good connection on it. But again, it's right at the keeper. Good reactionary save by their keeper once again to deny Manchester United once again. So we've seen Rashford have a few opportunities already in this game. Maybe just lacking the clinical cutting edge at the moment. But he is having a lot of chances. That was great movement from him there. Great movement. Ashish Golamundi comments Rashford's on £250,000 a week. Well, he is, or he's on somewhere near that anyway. He is a great young talent, of course. He's only 21. We've got to give him a bit of a break. But at the same time, he's had a few chances in this game. He's got to start capping them off. He does have to find that goal scoring vein at some point because we are serving them up with some good opportunities here. But unfortunately, just not able to cap them off. Great to see some of the usual legends in here as well, who followed over from my channel as well. Thanks for stopping by, the likes of Rincon and who else is there? Mark Sin. Thank you very much, everyone else who's getting in here for the watch along. Ball goes into the box from the free kick, and it's gone out. This time beaten away by Tomas Savic for FC Astana, and it has gone out from another Manchester United corner. So we're getting a lot of corners here. It is a great defensive header away. Let's just appreciate that for 1 second. Wow. If only Lindelof could defend like that in the air. Corner comes in. Oh, I'll tell you what, as time goes on though, look, I know United are creating, but as time goes on, it's only 22 minutes, 6 seconds gone. But as time does go on, I'm feeling a little bit concerned that maybe Astana could cause some sort of an upset here. Andy Manchester, Marek Stachowski, great to have you in here. Thanks for stopping by. Hopefully coming through loud and clear again. Let me know. I need constant confirmation on this. Fantastic amount of chances we've created, though. We have got at them. It has been all United, really, apart from that one breakaway moment where Phil Jones got done. But thankfully, he managed to keep it together and make a recovery tackle. But we have created a lot so far in this game. It's not like, we're not dominating. We should have probably had 2 or 3 goals so far. If Marcus Rashford was on a different, on a different day, maybe he would have put a couple of those in. As it stands, we're currently still 0-0. We're 23 minutes in now, and I haven't had to update the score. I'm not happy about that. Alex Rincon, how you doing, mate? Neil Duffin. Great to see you guys in here. Diogo Dallo on the ball now. Got a lot of excitement and hope for him as well. This is such a young side that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has put out. The look to the youth in the side is brilliant. We've barely seen any of that this season, but this game, it's like he's just gone whole hog. He's literally put as many young players as he basically could in there, with the addition of Matic, unfortunately. But there you go. You can't deny Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's progressiveness in tonight's team selection. He's trying to give players opportunities. He's trying to bring the youth on at United. And here come United down the left-hand side. Angel Gomez on the ball. Tahith Chong on the ball. And Chong just lets it get away from him, and it's gone out for a Astana goal kick. And King Eric gets on the ball once again. 30 red comments. Lukaku would have buried those. Yeah, maybe he would have, but would he have ran through and made the fantastic run that Marcus did for that last opportunity? Maybe not. Maybe not. But, in terms of putting chances away, who's more clinical at this moment in time. I mean, people were disappointed with Lukaku at United, but look at his goal scoring record while he was here, let alone before, which was fantastic. But even while he was at United, it was still, I think, 1 in every 2 games on average. That's a pretty decent strike rate for a player like Lukaku, who's not really a player who plays on the last man and gets in behind defenders for lots of one-on-ones a la Rashford or Jamie Vardy, that type of player. He's a bigger unit, bigger hold-up man, target man type player. So I think it's actually pretty, he was a very good player, wasn't he, Lukaku? He'll go over to Serie A. He's already showing it that he's a very good talent and that he will score goals over there. He'll continue to do it for the Belgian national team. We're basically creating a Inter Milan / Manchester United cast-off reject B team over there, which will, which will be interesting to see. There's talks of some of their other players going to Serie A. It does seem to be like a logical step for a lot of United players to go over to Serie A and try and rejuvenate their careers. It's just not worked out for a lot of these players at United. You know, Sanchez, what an unbelievable player before coming here. Whilst he was at United, absolutely awful. Same goes for Lukaku, to a lesser extent. He was still more useful than Sanchez, of course. There's just something about United over the last 5 years. I don't know what it is. Something hanging over us. It makes it difficult for our big-name players to come in there and perform. Now, people would like to make the excuse we don't have the squad capable of playing with the best players in the world, like Pogba and all this sorts of stuff. But I would like to see Ole Gunnar do what he's doing in this game, bring the youth on, play progressively, try and evolve this Manchester United side, because quick fixes, buying prima donnas on big money, it's not worked out for United over the recent years. Only really Zlatan Ibrahimovic has it worked out for. You know, Falcao it didn't work out for. Of course, Sanchez and Lukaku, they've both just gone. So we need to look at stuff a little bit differently. Players like James Maddison, for instance, might be a good shout to try and sign. Players like, Sancho, even if it's not that realistic, but he's young, he's proven he's homegrown, he's a good young talent. Somebody who's going to get better significantly and is hungry and has something to prove. Those are the sorts of players that United need right now, as opposed to sort of these big name players. So I'm actually quite happy with the signings we got in the summer. Very happy indeed, just not happy we didn't get enough of them. So Diogo Dalot on the ball down the right. Can he find a pass into the box? He doesn't. He passes it back to Marcus Rashford. Back to Dalot. Back to Fred. United slowing it down a little bit at the moment. Rashford in a wide position, comes in, cuts in, but he's dispossessed by the FC Astana defender. Marek Stachowski comments, who do you think will honestly surprise this evening? I think Gomez has a shot. Yeah, I mean, he's looked lively so far. Here comes Tahith Chong, and he's won the corner. Another corner for Manchester United. I think Gomez has got the potential to impress tonight. Absolutely. He's already looked pretty lively. All those 3 players across that front 3 behind Rashford, they've got probably the best opportunities to impress tonight, because they've got bags of energy. They've got that youthful exuberance on their side. They've got quality. They're all playing on the pitch at the same time. So one of those 3 guys is going to shine. Somebody's got to get a goal here. Corner goes in! And it is just faded across the 6-yard box. They're out for, I think, an FC Astana goal kick here. Yeah, and Angel Gomez is doing a very good job taking the corners for United, actually. Let's just shout out to him, something that United haven't been the best at over the last year or so, really. Set pieces, creating from set pieces. I would say that Gomez's quality of the corners that I've seen from him so far, I know it's only one aspect, but it's quite an important one in terms of delivery into the box. Very good from the lad so far. Just early on, that's early thoughts that I've got on Gomez's corners there. Yeah, they just mentioned it on here as well. So, yeah, he's doing all right. He's doing all right, the lad. 28 minutes, 33 seconds gone on the clock, lads and lasses. Coming up to the half-an-hour mark. No goals for United at the moment. No goals to commentate on. A couple of near misses. Marcus Rashford getting close a couple of times. He's tested the goalkeeper on multiple occasions. Unfortunately, 2 down the middle for Marcus Rashford's attempts. Here come United though. Ball into the box from the right-hand side. Tahith Chong's waiting for it. Beaten away by FC Astana's defender. And that is a very good bit. I tell you something about this side in terms of defending crosses into the box so far. FC Astana, they look pretty good. They basically got the Kazakhstani Vidic at the back there, who's doing a great job for them at the moment. United have got to have the quality to get the better of them, don't we? I'm expecting, if you guys want to check it out again, in the link in the description, Football Index, I'm expecting some of these United players to skyrocket come the end of this game due to a good performance. Who knows? Maybe not. Don't hold me to it. You know, it is half an hour gone and we haven't scored yet, so stranger things have happened. But I'm just thinking that some of these players will be able to cement themselves as, you know, a standout performer in this game. So go and check that out. Check the link in the description. Go over and look at Football Index, who proudly sponsor this show in conjunction with Full Time Devils, of course, the Watchalong. So go and check them out. See what you guys think. If you're over 18, you can sign up. You can have a play for free also, just to see if it's something you might be interested in. Can you trade on the football stock market and make a profit? That is the question. Here come United down the right then. Diogo Dalot. Looking for some runners. He takes his time. Play to the edge of the area here. And we've just given the ball away there. Loose pass from United. Astana look to counter-attack. 0-0 at the moment. I mean, I am a little bit disappointed that we haven't scored yet. I'm not worried, though. Look, they've had one chance, which sort of came from a Phil Jones error. He made up for that error, but still, they haven't created anything. United have been dominating all aspects of this game. I tell you what, though, the last 5 minutes or so, we've just gone off the boil a little bit. Just slowed it down. The intensity's gone a little bit out of our game in the last 5 minutes. And Astana at the moment passing it around the back to the keeper, back to Eric in goal for them, who hoisted up the pitch and who has put in a fantastic performance so far. I know it's only half an hour, but he's put in a really top performance for a goalkeeper right now, denying Marcus Rashford a couple of goals already. Ben Cooper, how are you doing? Comments, the last time I saw the pig, we lost 2-1 to Crystal Palace. That is very true. That is very true, my friend. You know, it's not a good omen when you see me on the show, because last time around we did lose to Crystal Palace. But look, I've got my lucky hat on, okay, for a reason. It's because it makes United lucky. So that's going to counteract the negativity and the jinx of having me do the watch along. But thank you very much for getting in there. Just me, thank you very much for your nice comment there. Much appreciated. Loving your interaction in the chat tonight, guys. Do get in here. I'll try and read as many out as we go along whilst commentating on the game. 31 minutes, 55 seconds gone on the clock. Right now, as of this moment, United need to get a breakthrough before half-time. We 100% need to get a breakthrough. I want to see these young players taking these opportunities now, because they're the ones that are out there on the pitch. Ollie's tactics, they seem progressive, they seem attacking. It's up to these players out there on the pitch to execute those tactics properly and not get dragged off the pitch in the second half via a substitution for one of our more experienced players if we need to chase a goal like Juan Mata coming on, something like that. These players are going to have to show why they need to stay on the pitch. So, so far I'm liking what I've seen from Gomez. Chong's been decent here and there. Gomez just played a great ball over to Dalot. Dalot does a great job to keep it in down the right. He had no right to do that. And he finds the ball into the box as well. And oh, it's just beaten away. Kazakhstan's FC Astana doing a great defensive display here against United. Great bit of play by Dalot, though, in United there. I'm pretty sure it's Dalot with that fantastic bit of play. Chong does a great job to keep hold of it and find Gomez on the left, who puts a great ball in. And it looks like he can cross this lad. He does. Fred just lost his footing. Back out to Diogo Dalot on the right, and he puts another ball in. This time it hits FC Astana's left back and is dealt with. Goes back out to the halfway line. Here come United once again. Shout out Ugo Chukwu Azuru, he comments, how is Chong's performance? It's okay so far, you know, it's lively, it's decent, it's not set the world alight. Let's see what he can do. He's got, you know, at least another half an hour left to prove what he can do. Here he is on the ball in a wide left position. He plays it back to Marcus Rojo, who plays it in turn back to Chong. Chong, great little ball over the top to Rojo. Did you see that? Oh, and it's led to nothing. Rojo's final ball was wayward, but oh my days, what a great bit of a pass from Chong there. Did you see that? It was sort of reminiscent of Eric Cantona's little chip over the defence to Dennis Irwin. Maybe it wasn't quite as good as that, but it was a good ball over the top from Chong there, just as we were talking about him. So who do you guys think is performing so far in this game? I mean, defensively, I can't really say that anybody's... I mean, Dallow's looked lively down that right, definitely going forward, getting the balls in. Rojo, same thing on the left, actually. The defenders haven't had all that much to do, so none of those, obviously. Same with the keeper. I mean, Matic has been the invisible Frankenstein, which is quite crazy because he's absolutely massive. He's 6'5". He has metallic bolts in his neck, yet we can't see him on the pitch. So, don't know what's going on there with, with Matic. Fred's looked okay, had that early shot, looked okay, ticking things over in the centre of the park there. And it has been about the lads further up the pitch so far, trying to create. Gomez has looked lively. Greenwood, we haven't seen a lot from him so far in this game. He had one decent shot with his left foot, which curled just wide of the far left post a bit earlier on. Other than that, not so much. So, let me know what you guys think. Bookmax comments Rojo is good. Yeah, I mean, he's done some quality crosses today so far, over the top. He's definitely trying to make some stuff happen there. One of the senior players in the side. He's not a bad player, Marcus Rojo. I don't think he's necessarily cut out to be at United much longer, but, he is a good player. Certainly in a game like this, he's a very useful player to have in there with the experience and the fact that Luke Shaw's injured. We need some versatility there. He can play left back there. He's actually playing very high up at the moment, playing high up at the pitch, looking to make those overlapping runs with Gomez and Chong down the left, but also looking to sort of get those balls in to key men from a deep position too. So he's doing all right. Yeah, he's doing all right. Yep, the Polish Wonder comments, Dallow has impressed. I fully agree. I think he's looked very good down that right, getting balls in, taking on defenders. He's a good player, isn't he? I think he's probably going to be our more flying wing-back type player. And I think that will set us in good stead for the next 10 years. That's my opinion. Here he is on the ball. Dallow, oh, he does a great job switching it to his left and getting the ball into the box there. But it is beaten away by FC Astana once again, who are doing a great job of defending these balls coming into the box. But yeah, Dallow, he seems... Oh my days, here they come. It's 2-on-2. FC Astana with a chance to shot at goal. Oh, there was an offside flag anyway. But Sergio Romero just got tested in between United sticks there. It was a really, really good counter-attack. And who was it who was beaten to the initial header? It was kind of like Lindelof getting beaten to the header in the Southampton game. I think it was Phil Jones. It's no surprise there, but I think it was actually Phil Jones who was just beaten to the header, which led to the opportunity for Astana. I could be wrong. But Phil Jones, he's made a couple of ropey errors already in this game so far. Great ball over to the left-hand side by United here. Marcus Rojo on the ball to Fred. Matic on the ball, plays a nice sweeping pass out to the right-hand side of the pitch there. Diogo Dallow's got the ball on the right again. Greenwood on the ball. Back to Fred. Fred to Matic in the centre of the park. Back to Fred. We're playing backwards a little bit at the moment here. Marcus Rojo gathers it up on the left-hand side of the pitch for United. Good header by Rojo as well to win the ball back, but we have given the ball away. Tahith Chong tries to nick the ball off the Astana player's feet there, but unfortunately he doesn't. Astana trying to play out from the back here, something that they should struggle to do against United, because we've just got a golfing quality compared to them. I mean, we're not seeing that in terms of on the score sheet at the moment, are we? But anyway, what I wanted to say about Diogo Dallow is I think him and Wan-Bissaka will set us in great stead for the right-hand side of the pitch defensively. Oh, Astana with an opportunity. Ball across the box from a right wide position. And it goes out. Is it a corner to Astana? Or is it a goal kick? Looks like it's potentially a corner. So, yeah, Diogo Dallow, great attacking fullback. Not to say he's not good defensively, but Wan-Bissaka is defensively sound. Nobody passes him. I think he's going to be our key man in that position. But any time we do need another defender on the right to come in there, Dallow gives us something different. He gives us that attacking edge as well. He seems very good going forward and getting balls in and beating defenders anyway. Plus, he can probably deputise on the left. I'd like to see that as well, rather than say Ashley Young come in for Luke Shaw, if he's injured and stuff like that. I think Dallow, who's to say he couldn't play on the left as well? But there you go. Obviously, he is a right back. Here come United on the counter-attack. Tahith Chong on the ball. Plays a great ball in trying to find the gap in behind Astana's defence there to free Marcus Rashford with his run. But it is dealt with by Astana's defender. Cole Helms, watch your time so I can sync up. If you want to watch the game along with me, if you want to pause yours or speed yours up or whatever you can do, I'm currently at 39 minutes, 33 seconds gone on the clock. So 6 minutes before half time, basically. 39 minutes, 40 seconds now. If you guys do want to sync up and watch the game along with me. Do you know what, though? I mean, listen, I don't want to get on these kids too early, but we've just not been clinical enough in this game so far. And the last 15 minutes has been a little bit drab. Yeah, we have created a couple of things, but we you know, the first 25 minutes of the game, very positive. Lots of chances. Rashford should have had a couple of goals, really, but knocked at the keeper. The keeper's done well and denied him a couple of times, but we should have had a couple of goals already, really, for a bit of better finishing. So United, again, lacking that cutting edge so far, but of course there's a lot left of the game. But maybe my 4-0 prediction is not looking like the best thing right now, is it? And whoever predicted 7-0 before the game, maybe that opportunity's gone also. But look, there's still 50 minutes left of this game in total. We should be able to bang in a few goals. We've got the talent out there. We're just not doing a great job of breaking them apart now. We did that okay for the first 25 minutes. Rashford trying to make something happen. He should have just played the easy ball to Gomez on the wide position on the left, but he didn't. The ball's found him anyway. Rashford inside. Fred on the ball on the edge of the area. He finds Rashford on the edge of the area. Rashford plays a lovely ball across to Dalot. He's got some vision, this Rashford lad, I tell you. Great pass across the defence to find him in the wide position, but the final product is not good enough. Not good enough. Here come Astana on the counter. Dealt with, though. Great bit of defended by Nemanja Matic in the centre of the park there to cut them out. And the Kazakhstani Canaries are doing a good job. Let's hope it is not the case of the English Canaries against the other Manchester side the other day, which was a great result, by the way. Norwich beating City 3-2. But let's hope it's not that. The longer this game goes on, the more tense, the more tetchy it will get out there for United's players, the more pressure there will be. So it would be great to just nick a goal here before half-time. There's only a couple of minutes left. 41 minutes, 40 seconds gone on the clock to be precise. Come on, United. Here we go. Look, good opportunity here. Oh, Greenwood. He's tried the same thing again from the edge of the area. Opened the body up. Left foot. Tried to curl it around into that top left-hand corner. But again, this time it's a little bit too high, wide and handsome. But we have had some great chances. They're just showing the chances. Fred rattled the crossbar very early on in the game. Rashford has made the keeper work a couple of times and he's had to make a couple of great reactionary saves. And maybe I did just go and curse us and jinx us at the start of the game when I said hopefully it's not going to be a King Eric situation because their goalkeeper's called Eric. It's at Old Trafford. It's either Jemba or it's Cantona. That's what I'm saying. So, hopefully it's the latter in the second half. But in the first half, he has been brilliant, you have to say. Even though most of the shots have been at him. But he's still done his job very well. I mean, things have just slowed right down. Come on! Get the tempo and the pace back into our play, United. Oh, Rashford again with an opportunity. The ball's just fallen to him. He looks so angry because he's just knocked it at the keeper, Eric, one more time. Again. Let's have a look at this. So it's actually a deflection which takes it into his pass. His movement's excellent. There's no problem with his movement. He's reacted to that. His movement's brilliant. He's got in the right place. Just got inside. Just got half a yard on the defender there. And his final, he's just lashed it, unfortunately. And it's right at the keeper once again. He's got to show that clinical finishing ability. Otherwise, he's just not going to be cut out to play that striking role for United. Look, I know Martial's out at the moment. So that's largely the reason why you're going to see him there. Of course, Mason Greenwood can play up there as well. So maybe you'll see that in this second half if Ole Gunnar wants to shuffle the pack a little bit. Maybe make a couple of changes. Rashford, he's been good. His movement's been good. But he has not found the back of the net yet. And he's got to be more clinical. Most other top strikers with the 3 or 4 really good key chances that he's had would have found the back of the net already. If not once, twice. So I do think that he's just a little bit low in confidence in the finishing department at the moment. He's not showing that cutting edge, which is a big shame. And a lot of people think that Marcus Rashford's best positions is out in wide positions on the left or on the right or whatever. And I think maybe that is true because you can see from this first half performance, his vision, his execution of passes is really good. His movement's good as well. But you know, he's just not shown the finishing ability of late for Manchester United in any competition other than that first game against Chelsea in the Premier League. So there is question marks over whether he can do that. Maybe you'll see Greenwood pushed up there in the second half. So just 30 seconds or so left, plus a little bit of added time probably for the first half of Manchester United versus FC Astana, live in the Europa League here, live on FullTimeDEVILS YouTube channel. Thanks so much for getting in here with the watch along. The ball played in! Oh, and who was that with the final opportunity? Was it Rashford again? Just couldn't quite get it in the right direction. Got something on it, but it looks like it's gone for a United corner. Solskjaer's coming to the sidelines. Get yourself on the pitch, Ollie! We've got a corner. Get on the pitch. Here we go. Corner for United now, just before the half-time break. Can we nick a goal here? Please get a good delivery in here. Angel Gomez looks to be the man again who will be taking the corner. It's a great delivery. Oh, and the head comes on it. Twanzebe, I think it was, with the final header, but it's very, very wide. Eric in the FC Astana goal goes down clutching his face. Let's see what happened here. Oh, and I tell you what, he's just not got over that enough. He's just too under it. And Twanzebe, it's not a good header at all. The corner delivery from Gomez, though, was absolutely brilliant. I mean, it's a great corner. Eric's just taken a dive there in the goal. Not sure what's happened. And there we go, lads and lasses. It's half-time at Old Trafford here. Half-time in the Europa League fixture against FC Astana. The half-time whistle's gone. 0-0. What can I say? It is a disappointing half of football for United in terms of creating and scoring goals. To be fair, the first half an hour of that half was really good for United because, as you would expect against a team like FC Astana, but we used our quality to cut them open on numerous times. We created enough chances in that first half an hour of the game to be 2 or 3-0 up. And it's the same old story recently, unfortunately. We're lacking that cutting edge up there. Marcus Rashford, maybe he's not the clinical striker that we all wanted him to be. When he broke on the scene at United, it looked like he really did have everything that we were looking for in terms of being that pacey striker to get in behind a defence, a la Chicharito, a la Michael Owen, that sort of a player. But in recent years, I don't know why, it's just not quite... You know, it's just not quite developed to the level that we thought in that position. Not to say that he's not a great player, and he will be a great player and a great goal scorer, because he's still only 21 years of age. But the fact is, he's had 3 chances that I would deem for a top-level player playing, you know, professional football in a European competition to be a sitter. He's missed a couple of sitters in this game. Sorry, I mean, his movement, I can't fault. His movement's been brilliant, getting in the right positions, getting behind players, getting in the opportunity, in the position to actually have the opportunity. But his final product in that first half was lacking. So that's what I take from the first half. I think it's a bit of an average performance from him. Right, guys, get over to the FullTimeDEVILS Twitter. I'm just going to go over there and see what the results are of the polls. So check them out, see what you guys think about them, have a quick vote, and I'll go into that. So, and I'll also just tell you what they are. But I'm pretty sure, you know, we should talk about who has performed the best in that first half and who's performed the worst for United in that first half. Now, Phil Jones has made a couple of errors, which nobody else really has so far. So I think he's a candidate for the worst performer in that half. He has been out for a while, of course. But he's a candidate for it. For the best performer, I mean, I don't really know. I mean, what do we say for that one? So the stats says it all. 78 possession for the home side. United have had 78% possession. We've had 11 shots to 1 for Astana. But the fact is, we are yet to hit the back of the net. So statistically, we're dominating them. Obviously, anybody watching that game would see that we've got possession the whole time. It's slowed down, though, the last 15 minutes. The chance creation and the fluidity and the tempo of play, it did slow down. So we're going to have to see a bit more exuberance from the lads. We've got a poll on FullTimeDEVILS here, and it is, who would you like to see come on in the second half? It's a great poll. Juan Mata, Jesse Lingard, James Garner, or Scott McTominay. Now, surprisingly, Scott McTominay and Jesse Lingard have both got 11%. I would have thought Jesse Lingard would have been clearly the least favourite player that United fans would want to come on the pitch there. But with a massive 60% of the vote, it is James Garner. A player that I would have actually liked to see start this game tonight instead of Matic anyway, because I think he is a very good young talented lad, 18 years of age. We like what we see from him in the youth teams. I think he's got a good future ahead of him. Really, really excited by James Garner. He's not really had much opportunity. He does seem to be quite far down the pecking order in Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's plans, which is a shame to say. But if you factor in that tonight he could have put another youthful player in there, he's gone for a bit of experience in midfield with Fred and Matic. But Matic has been playing very averagely for a long time. Don't understand that. Maybe Garner would have been a good player to come in and start this game tonight. I mean, could it have really... I mean, we're always going to dominate this game in terms of possession. So would it have really cost us anything to have a player like Garner starting the game? I don't think so. But I fully agree with the public vote there on Full-Time Devils Twitter, which is that James Garner is the player that most people would like to see come on in the second half. I fully agree. I would really like to see that. So here we go. Another poll on Full-Time Devils Twitter is who's your first half man of the match? The votes are in. They've been counted. 2,000 votes. The final results are with a whopping 44% of the vote. Angel Gomez is the performer for Manchester United in that first half. I would probably have to agree, actually. Just in terms of creation, in terms of taking his responsibility in the game well, i.e. being the corner taker. I mean, his delivery's been fantastic. We should have had a goal or two from his delivery. So I think that's very true. So good shout from everybody getting in here. Get over to Full-Time Devils for the second half, and you can vote on a couple of polls that will be going, such as the final man of the match. Let's get into the comment section then, guys. Thanks to everybody who's tuning in for the watch along. If you don't know who I am, if you think, who's this guy with the weird hat sat here commentating on this game, my name's Joe, aka The Flying Pig, aka Flying Pig United on YouTube, and Mr. Flying Pig HD on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Lots of aliases there, but the pig, you can just call me the pig. So I'm here just to commentate on this game and watch the Manchester United game along with you Full-Time Devils viewers. Thanks to everybody who's stuck in here for the halftime show and halftime chit-chat. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on the performance of United in the first half. Do you think we've gone wrong anywhere in that game? What do you expect to see Ole Gunnar Solskjaer do in terms of in-game management come the second half? Do you think he'll make some changes at halftime here? One thing we've seen Ole Gunnar Solskjaer do this season is not really make changes early on enough. He has had Greenwood on the pitch a number of times this season in other games, but only for a few minutes at the end there. And stuff like that, I want to see him maybe changing it around a little bit more earlier on. If he's not making a change at half-time, which, okay, fair enough, maybe we don't need to right now, then he does have to maybe make his substitutions a bit earlier on. If he can see something's not working, maybe make that change a bit earlier on. Like there's a couple of occasions where we could have dragged Lingard off a lot quicker than we did, and maybe that cost us in certain games. So I hope his in-game management is a little bit more on point tonight, because because I would like to see his substitutions have a positive effect, because they haven't done at all really. Right, guys, let's delve into the comments. Once again, I just want to say this video and Full-Time Devils is working in conjunction with Football Index down here. Victor Lindelof, he's repping it for them as well here, as you can see, which is a stock market for football, for the football world. You can actually buy players, invest in players, and see how those guys perform and progress throughout their careers and throughout the season. You can buy them low, you can sell them high. Of course, you can also buy them high and sell them low. So don't do that. But there should be a lot of good young United players that you see skyrocket over the next couple of years. So if you're that way inclined, if you like the idea of using your football knowledge to try and make a bit of money on the Football Index, please do check out the link in the description, because you can play for free, you can give it a go, see if you like it. You never know, you might make a few quid as well. So check out the Football Index. Also, there should be a link to my YouTube channel in there, Flying Pig United. Go over there and subscribe. Right, guys, let's delve into your comments. You've heard what I've got to say about the first half performance. Obviously, it's been comfortable and we have dominated possession and chances and all that sort of thing, but still yet to make the final breakthrough in terms of a goal. Rashford a little bit lacking in the cutting edge. Okay, so comment here from Ismar Smalatic, who comments, Greenwood up top, Rashford to the right side to supply Mason. Not scored, done. Mate, I tell you what, that is a great shout. I think I touched on that a little bit earlier on, just before the end of the first half, that I think maybe you'll see Greenwood go up there. Because, look, Rashford's movement's been very good. His passing, his vision, his interplay with his teammates has been very good in that first half. But his finishing, his finding the back of the net, his finding the corners, has not been good enough, unfortunately. He's had a lot of good opportunities and not put any of them away. So look, Greenwood, you know, he's a striker, he's an attacker as well. We've seen him score goals for United's youth teams, and we've seen him score in pre-season. So look, he seems to have a bit of cutting edge about him. He's only 17, of course. It's a big, lots of pressure, but Rashford's missed his opportunities. I do like Rashford out in wide positions more so these days. I wouldn't have said that a couple of years ago. My opinion was Rashford should be an out-and-out striker. Just a season or two ago, that really was. But in terms of progression, I'm just thinking he's lacking something in terms of being that clinical finisher. I think Martial should be taking that mantle this season. And if not, then let's play Greenwood up there, because I do think he has a bit of natural goal-scoring ability. Only 17, he could be the next Michael Owen if you give him the chances. But we haven't really given him many chances so far. Of course, he is starting the game. We haven't seen a lot from him. Alex McDonnell, how are you doing? Comments just arrived. How's Greenwood doing? Great to have you in here. So Greenwood, I think, has performed okay. I mean, he's had a couple of good chances from the edge of the area. He's confident in the terms of having a shot. Both of his chances were sort of carbon copies of each other. He's opened his body out. He's tried to beat a defender in the goalie by curling it around to the far corner of the goal. And they've both been slightly wide. But, you know, confident opportunities for the lad. Good opportunity, getting himself in good space. But, you know, he's a young lad. He's not created enough for the team when you consider he's playing in that wide position. That's my personal opinion. I think Gomez and Chong have created a bit more out of those three. But look, it's early days. These young lads, that's exactly what they are. They're very young. They don't have the experience. These are the games that are perfect for gaining that experience in. Ole Gunnar's going to blood them in this game. In hindsight, you know, if you look at the Leicester City game, I was a little bit critical of the selection that Ole Gunnar put out because it was a little bit negative, choosing some of the same old underperformers in that game. He was forced to make a couple of changes through injuries and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, you know, today really is all about the young lads. I haven't really seen any of them grasp the opportunity yet. There's still 45 minutes left. I mean, Twanzibi's look good. Shaw Dallows look good. You know, Gomez look good. Chong, they have looked good, but none of them have come in and set the world alight at the moment. We need somebody to take this game by the scruff of the neck and create something and make something happen and finish a chance off. Now, I'm not so sure if Marcus Rashford's going to be that finisher for us in this game because he's had the chances. Although what I would say is, you know, any of you older Reds who watch this channel, who are in here right now, you know Dwight York, you know Andy Cole. Andy Cole was one of the best goal scorers in England for his time, for a long time, even for Newcastle United and United. But what I'd say is he didn't score a lot of the chances that were given to him either. I think Fergie even said, like, you need to give him 5 chances. Give him 5 chances, he'll definitely get you one. So that's what it was all about. It's all about creating the chances for him and eventually sticking the back of the net. And he stuck a lot of goals in as well, I must say. He actually scored 34 goals one Premier League campaign while he was at Newcastle. So that goes to show you the finishing ability of the lad. But it's fair to say that he needed a lot of chances to do that. So United have to create the chances for Rashford. So far in this first half, you know, we had been doing that up until around the half an hour mark, and it just went a little bit quiet for my liking. Comment here from Kamahema Hadouken 9. Well, that's an interesting name. Hadouken, he comments, Zlatan January transfer. Well, I tell you what, I mean, in terms of having a talisman, in terms of having a goal scorer, somebody who's proven and who has done it for United, you're not going to get much better than Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Even at 38 or whatever he is, 36, 38, whatever, somewhere in between those figures. He's an older lad, but he's still doing it. He's still setting the world alight over in the MLS. I know it's a Mickey Mouse league compared to the Premier League, but people were saying, oh, he won't do it when he comes over to the Premier League. They were saying the Premier League's too physical, even for Zlatan. He proved everybody wrong. That one season that we had Zlatan really firing, he scored so many goals. He was such a factor in us being successful, and he led out there. He led by example. Now, I love Zlatan Ibrahimovic, so I would have him back at the club. In terms of the progression of the younger players, in terms of the future of United, I don't know if it's the best thing to have that quick fix again. But it would probably be a quick fix. You know he's going to give you something, give you an option up there, just to have around the dressing room as well. He's a big character. He is a leader. But somebody that could definitely come in there and score some much-needed goals for United. There's no doubt about that. I mean, let's be real now. Just ask yourself this, lads and lasses. If Zlatan Ibrahimovic had the sort of service that Marcus Rashford had in that first half, how many of those would he have taken? You're talking about one of the best volleyers of the ball in the game. A couple of those chances that Rashford missed were tricky. They were on the volley. But I think you'll find that Zlatan Ibrahimovic would bang them away and say thank you very much. Probably two or three so far in this game. Now, would his movement have been as good to get there? That's another thing. But he's an intelligent player. So to answer your question, I think that is a good shout. I'd like to see it. I know it's maybe a backward step in terms of progressing the youth, which contradicts some of the stuff I've been saying lately, but he's a different player. It's not worked out for the likes of Falcao, Sanchez, Lukaku, the big name, proven reputation, high reputation players. But it did work out for Zlatan at United. I thought he was faultless. And he was just so entertaining to watch. So I love that. I love that comment. 30 red comments, he would have scored at least one or two. I think that's a fair statement to make. I think he probably would have done. Thomas Hansen comments, Sir Alex Ferguson said, if Cole didn't score, I would just sub Ollie in. There you go then. I mean, he did have the super sub, the baby-faced assassin on the bench at all times. I think what Ollie Gunnar should do for certain situations is register himself as a player. Because I'm not being funny. It doesn't matter if you're 50 years old. It doesn't matter if you're running around like you're on 40 a day. And you've got the lung capacity of a 5-year-old. It doesn't matter. Stick him up there. Last minute of the game, we get a corner. Who would you want lurking in the 6-yard box? Who would you want? It would be the baby-faced assassin. So, yes, I do think that he was a special player and he'd made it so much easier. You're right, back in those days, we had depth. We had strength and depth in those positions, in the striking areas. At this moment in time, it's our weakest striking options for a long time on paper anyway. All we've really got is Greenwood, Rashford and Martial. Somebody gets a knock or an injury, you can see the ropiness of it. The second half is about to get underway, lads and lasses. So just to let you know, the kickoff is about to commence for the second half. I'll let you know when it does. Astana have made 2 changes. Is there any changes for United? I'll tell you in due course. Just about to get away in this second half. But yes, Andy Cole, Teddy Sheringham, we always had the depth. Second half's underway. Here we go. Come on, United. We've got to get a couple of goals in this half, or at least one. It would be a disgrace. I'm sorry. It would actually be a disgrace to finish this game without scoring a goal. Oh! Here come United with a chance early on. Rashford trying to make something happen, tried to do a little bit too much there. It's gone out for a corner for United, though. He has won the corner. Rashford stays on the pitch. Rashford stays in the striking role by the looks of it. I'll keep you informed if I notice any changes, any shifts out there in the way that this team is set up, coming out for the second half. No changes by the looks of it, though. Thank you, Cole, for updating me in the comments section as well. Sergio, come on, there's the urgency here. We're just running the clock down. A minute gone in the first half, and United need to pick up the tempo a little bit. I mean, this is slow stuff. We're dominating possession anyway. It's only a minute. It's only a minute gone in the half, but I was just expecting to see a little bit more tempo from us. Here we come, though. Here's a chance. Angel Gomez. Oh, what a turn. And what a pass. Oh, across the 6-yard box. And Tahith Chong unable to get on the end of it, but what a bit of play by United there. Just as I was saying, it was a bit slow. The interlinking play there. Gomez, what a turn by Angel Gomez. Let's have a look at this. And he finds Marcus Rojo with a great pass. Rojo puts a very good ball across the 6-yard box. In between the goalkeeper and the backline of Astana, they're nowhere. There's 2 red shirts running onto it. Greenwood and Chong. Marcus Rojo holds his head because he can't believe one of them didn't get on the end of it. But there was just a little bit too much on it. Oh, good chance though early on in this second half for United. Come on, we do need to get on the score sheet here. It's getting a little bit silly as this clock runs down. Astana will obviously be very happy with how they defended, very happy with the scoreline going in at half-time. They will be buzzing on this one. And like I say, this is a cup final for them. This is the Champions League final to them. Playing United at Old Trafford, the first competitive game between a Kazakh side and an English side. This is a cup final for them. So United need to treat it as such ourselves. Give them the respect they deserve, which they've earned in that first half, to be fair, by keeping us at bay. The goalkeeper doing a great job, of course. United have got to get the breakthrough soon. Because you don't want that pressure to mount. You don't want it to build as the game goes on, which it will do. The doubt will creep in. The belief will creep in for FC Astana that they maybe can just nick a draw in this game. So we've got to get on the score sheet early on and just settle some of those nerves. We really do. Twanzibi finds a good ball down the right. Good defending there by FC Astana. Gomez is impeding their player, so he's given away a free kick to Astana. So if you look at our substitutes bench, we've got Lingard on there, Mata. I mean, I don't really want to see either of those players coming on today, because I think these young lads should be able to get the job done on their own. And it might be a bit negative to make a change, but at the same time, let's see how they perform. Look, Greenwood has been, you know, he needs to mix it up at some point if we haven't made the breakthrough, is what was all I'm saying. So who would you guys like to see come on? Of course, we had the vote in the Full-Time Devils poll on Twitter, which indicated that 60% of the followers wanted to see James Garner come on the pitch in the second half more than any other player. I feel the same. And if we're going to bring him on for anyone, probably Nemanja Matic. Paul Lucas comments, Rojo's making a case for himself. Yeah, look, Rojo's done a good job so far in this game. I know we're already playing a bunch of Kazakhstani farmers or whatever it is that people keep calling them. But they're obviously in the Europa League. They're an okay team, evidently. But Rojo's done a good job down the left there. He has, both defensively, but also going forward, also overlapping, trying to make things happen. You saw there, he's just laid up a sitter for somebody to get on the end of. So he is doing a good job so far, I must say. Same with Dalot's putting in a good shift on the other side of the pitch. Gomez is impressed. Those are the three players that stand out to me, really, that have been that have sort of improved their stock, if you like. Yasir Wahid comments, Garner and Mata. He'd like to see Garner and Mata. Yeah, I mean, I think that's a fair shout. We'll see what happens with the next 15 minutes of this game, but if there isn't any improvement by the likes of Chong or Greenwood, then maybe you should see Mata go, or even Rashford, and stick Greenwood up top there, because Rashford's not taken his opportunities today so far, but it'd probably be terrible for his confidence to rip him off the pitch right now. He's sort of got to get a goal. He has got to put the demons away and get a goal in this game. So, in my opinion, Greenwood at the moment is probably the more likely to be subbed off out of those guys for the likes of Mata. I'd like to see Mata come on, because I do think he's a good technician. He's got the experience, and maybe he'll just be able to play that killer pass that will give us the goal. Rashford's just been done for handball there. He's just hit his shoulder. 50 minutes, 30 seconds gone on the clock, lads. And that's, if you guys want to sync up, that is what we're currently on. 50 minutes, 33, 34, 35. If you guys want to sync up and watch the game with me, I'm watching it on BT Sport 2. It may be synced up anyway. Cole comments, Garner for Matic at the 60th minute and Mata for Rashford. Don't want Rashford getting injured. He'll no doubt play this weekend. Greenwood up front. Very interesting comment. Very good points you've made there. I think I'd be happy to see that, to be fair, because I just think Greenwood's best position anyway is a striker. Look, I've not seen a lot from him. I'm not going to pretend I've watched every single minute of Greenwood for the youth teams and stuff like that. But what I have seen from him, he's got an eye for goal. He's got movement. An ability to beat a defender in a key position. So I think he would be great to go up there for the last part of the game as well. But look, it depends what's going to happen. I mean, Rashford, does he need to be saved? Does he need to get a goal for his own confidence here? Let's see. I think you'll see Rashford come off the pitch as soon as he scores, which I'm hoping will be soon. Nemanja Matic to Chong, trying to make something happen here. Astana's defence and midfield, the lines in their midfield and defence, very, very compact, very tight. Ball into the box, though, from the left. Marcus Rojo with the cross. And it's just beaten everybody, unfortunately, there. But United have won a free kick. Diogo Dalot stepping up, puts it down for Angel Gomez to go over, who seriously seems to be Ole Gunnar's corner taker. That's what I like. I don't think we've had, great technicians in terms of corner takers at United for a while. Gomez could be that man. Here comes the corner in near post. Oh, and he does find a red shirt. Oh, is it in the back of the net? Oh my days, it's just wide. Mason Greenwood, it looked like it was in the back of the net there. The corner comes in, it's a great corner by Gomez again. It just ricochets around a little bit. It falls to Greenwood, who unfortunately does not take the chance. It trickles past the right-hand side of the right post. So, Rojo, though, cuts inside. Tries to play a little Panenka. What's he doing? Tries to play a crazy pass into the box there. Tuanzebe on the ball then in United's in the centre circle at Old Trafford here. Plays it out to the right to Chong, who's now playing on the right-hand side for United more, it looks like. Looks like Greenwood's gone more central and Chong's playing in that right wide position for United. That's what it looks like anyway. Here he comes. He's just done a good job of winning the ball back. Gone out for a Astana throw though. Everybody who's tuning in right now, do us a favour, smack a like on this watch-along video. Subscribe to the channel, of course, if you're new to the Full Time Devils YouTube channel. You can subscribe to me on YouTube at Flying Pig United. Please go and do that also. Look at this from Marcus Rojo. He tried a Panenka. What a bloody lunatic. Fair play to him though, but it didn't work out. So you always look like a bit of a tit if it doesn't work out when you try that sort of a thing. $53 minutes, 42 seconds gone. Here come United down the right again. I mean, we're going to have to do more here. We are. Look, I know we're dominating possession, but we're going to have to do more here. We're still 0-0 against Astana, for Pete's sake. We have got to do more here. Pick the tempo up, lads. I mean, there's a silence around Old Trafford. I can hear it in the background here. There's a silence, which is kind of worrying because the doubt is creeping in. Free kick given away by Astana's defender. The defender there. Frog in my throat there, guys. Just had to mute it. Didn't want you to get all sorts of issues through headphones and stuff. Where's my drink? Where's my drink? Prediction here from Footy Live, who comments 0-0 at half-time. I mean, look, there's only, what, 30, 35, 36 minutes left of this game. Rashford with a free kick. He takes it. It's a knuckle puck shot. Again, it's too high. Again, he can't get the dip on it and the direction on it. And again, Marcus Rashford has been found wanting again at taking free kicks for United. I mean, it's not far away, but the keeper's got it covered, to be brutally honest with you. And it's just not good enough. It's not good enough there, I'm afraid. Dylan Craft says, that hat, though. Thank you very much, Dylan. Much appreciated. It is a bit of a legendary hat, to be honest. It's my lucky hat. I've been wearing it a long time watching United games. It does need a wash, actually, but it's definitely lucky. It seems to have a lucky impact on United anyway, more often than not. So, tonight, it's not really working out. But thank you very much for the love shown to the hat. Much appreciated. You can see there's a whole bunch of people tuning in live. Get in the comment section as we go along this second half. I'd love to read your comments out as we go. Hopefully United are going to score a goal and give us something to talk about here as well. Because at the moment, you know, we're not doing enough. We're just not doing enough. We're not clinical enough and we're not creating enough at the moment. And as this game goes on, Astana seem to be sort of settling into it and growing to the occasion, which is a big worry. Mike Heap says, hat's a bit unlucky tonight. Well, you make a good comment. Like I said, it is a little bit unlucky tonight so far. But look, the time's not over. You just wait and see. 3 goals now, you've said that comment, Mike. Rincon comments, looks like we'll be lucky to win 1-0. Pathetic, though. Here we come. Chance down the left. Ball beaten away, though, by the Astana defender. Angel Gomez, does he win the corner for United? Yes, Rincon, though. Alex Rincon, absolute legend. He says, looks like we'll be lucky to win 1-0. Pathetic. I mean, it is, you know, it's not a good, that wouldn't be a good result, would it? But it's more about the performance for me. And so far, the performance has just been lacking that clinical finishing, cutting edge, lacking in creativity and tempo as well. We need a bit more from the lads. We need more speed, more tempo to our play, and just a little bit more commitment to trying to cut them open. Because let's face it, Astana, yes, they're set up well. They do look like they're a good organised team. But come on, we can't break down Astana at the moment because that's what's happening. We actually can't get the ball under control these last few minutes. Here we go, though, down the left, Marcus Rojo, who's putting in a decent performance to the lad. Greenwood latches onto the end of it, cuts back inside, back to Rojo, who finds his teammate with a cross. And it's just lost by Marcus Rashford, I think it was. And Astana spit it out, but United pick it back up, down the right, this time with Chong, who's manhandled off the ball. And it's a throw-in as well to Astana. Chong looking very disappointed with that, but it seemed to be the correct decision. And I'm telling you, these young players out there, Greenwood, you can see by the looks on Greenwood's face and the looks on Chong's face, they're feeling it at the moment. They're feeling the disappointment out there of not having a better game, of not performing better. I mean, Gomez, I think, of those three young players has looked the best, which probably is to be expected because I do think he is maybe the most talented of the three. But at the same time, you know, they just need to focus a bit. They just need to keep their head in the games here. And Gomez, as we were just talking about him, is brought down to the ground with a cynical foul. Is it a cynical foul? I mean, he's barely touched him. It's a dive. I mean, it's sort of a dive there. Gomez clutching his chest. I don't like to see it. It looked like a dive to me. There was nothing in that. That was a sissy move, but we've won the free kick there on the edge of the area. Let's see who's going to take it. Give it to Gomez. Have you seen how accurate his corners have been in this game so far? Just do that, but into the back of the net. Pretend that Twanzibi's head is the top bins in the goal, and it should be fine. Because Rashford's taken them all so far, and they've been all high, wide, and handsome pretty much. Let's see then. Free kick. Fred steps over it as well. We had a good shot early on in the game and rattled the crossbar. Fred steps over it, and Fred shoots. Oh, and Fred, this time he does work the keeper from distance, but King Eric in Astana's goal is equal to it again as his defender jumps out the way of the wall. That was some very, very non-brave defending by their defender in the wall there. He's literally ducked out the way of it and he's left it to his keeper to mop up, but he has done. The keeper for Astana, Eric, he's put in a great performance tonight, to be fair to him. And he has denied Rashford a few times. He's just denied Fred's free kick there. Nice to see somebody else taking the free kicks. I think maybe Ole Gunnar said, look, Rashford, you know, give it to somebody else. It's just not going to happen for you tonight, mate. I don't know, but Fred just had a decent free kick anyway from distance, but not decent enough to beat Eric in Astana's goal, who is being inspired by the namesake Eric Cantona at Old Trafford tonight, it seems, by putting in a faultless performance in the sticks. That's the last thing we need. Well, there's a few players warming up on the sidelines. Who is it? Jesse Lingard. Looks like Scott McTominay. So there's a couple of players, maybe a couple of changes imminent for Manchester United right now. Hopefully it's not Jesse Lingard, but I just don't like what I see from him recently. I don't think he's to a good enough standard. There's some rumours circulating today about him being offered a new contract. I mean, look, I don't really think he's justified. He's justified being given a new contract at the moment, but there you go. Here come Astana, though, down the left. 60 minutes, 25 seconds gone. Oh, they've raked a lovely pass to the right-hand side of the pitch. Can he get the cross back in? Can Rojo get the block? He doesn't! Oh, my days, Astana with a shot! Oh, crikey. Sorry, lads and lasses. Got a bit excited there. I thought they were actually going to score their first real quality chance of the game. And they're setting into this game. It's not dealt with by Rojo, the cross in, but it's a good bit of play by their attacker on the right. He gets a really good ball in. Their other attacker is running onto it at the back stick. Nobody deals with it there. Phil Jones doesn't deal with it. And he almost gets on it. He should have gotten the end of it. He just miscued. So that could have been 1-0 to FC Astana there. Come on, United, step it up. This second half performance has been very poor so far. Just lacking that tempo and lacking that fluidity, aren't we? Oh. You can just see Greenwood's looking stressed out there. He is. He's not happy with his own performance. He's not happy with how the team's doing. I guess these lads were really expecting to go out there and just cut the opposition open, really. So in terms of the Football Index, lads and lasses, check it out in the description below. I'll say it again. Football Index, it's a stock trading football player app. So if you want to buy stocks in certain players, try and grow their reputation and make a bit of money, buy low, sell high, that sort of thing, check it out. But from today's performance from United's youth, the players that I said at the start, maybe their Football Index rating and price will go up through the roof. I mean, they've probably not done themselves too many favours tonight so far. So there you go. That's just the way the cookie crumbles. But do check it out. Check it out in the description below. The Football Index. Oh, and Astana with another chance! Sergio Romero clutches it to his chest gratefully, but crikey, great counter-attack by Astana, long ball over the top, their striker gets his head on it, right at United's goal, and Sergio Romero clutches it to his chest, thankfully. Oh, I mean, this is not good. Astana, over the last 5-10 minutes, have looked the better team. Astana, currently third in the Kazakhstan Premier League, have looked the better team over the last 5 minutes. United, here we come down the right, though. Oh! And a corner is conceded by Astana, but it was a cross-in from Dallo. And for a second there, I thought the deflection was going to trouble the goalkeeper, Eric, in between the sticks for Astana, but it didn't. United with another corner. And I cannot fault the delivery of our corners tonight by Gomez. What I can fault is people getting on the end of it need to capitalise on it. The delivery there on this time by Gomez was poor. I need to stop speaking. I need to stop jinxing, don't I? Stop jinxing these lads. It looks like Juan Mata is preparing himself to come on the pitch also. He's one of the players that's warming up on the sidelines, and actually a player that I think might make a lot of sense right now because he has got the experience, he has got a cool head, he's got the ability to unlock a defence. And look, Astana is not the Arsenal 1999 defence, best defence in Europe or one of those. No, it's not. It's far from that. But we do need somebody that can unlock them because at the moment, the players we've got out there on the pitch, they're not doing a great job of breaking them apart. Let's be honest. I mean, they've got two very deep rows of defensive players there. It's hard to break down. It's hard to get through. But we're going to have to do it more. We did it well in the first half for half an hour. But we've just not done it at all in this second half. We've not done it at all in the second half. Apart from a good chance at the start of the second half, of course. Oh, Tahith Chong's just fallen over and slipped and given the ball away. That's not what we like to see. That's not good. And here come Astana on the counter-attack. Can they get the runner away? They almost do. They keep hold of the ball, passing it around here. And the thing is, United are looking to make stuff happen, so we do have numbers committed forward, and we don't necessarily have the shape at the back there when we do eventually give up possession. So Rashford is going to, he's going to have to score. He's going to have to score, take some of the pressure off. Somebody's going to have to score here for United. But look at this, here come Astana again. 64 minutes, 42 seconds gone. They're growing into this game. I hate to say it, but here they come. They've got space on the left. The ball goes in. The ball goes into the back stick. It finds a yellow shirt. Headed down to the 6-yard box, and it's almost capitalised on, but it's beaten away in the end by United's defender. Crikey, lads and lasses. That's all I can say. Like Astana, they're growing into this game. It's a poor spell by United here. James Rooney comments, will Dan James be available for West Ham? I mean, I hope so, based on the performance and the lack of being able to cut them open in this second half. And Greenwood has committed a very cynical foul on the shirt there, and it's a definite foul. But it was not given, I don't think. Offside for Astana, and they are suddenly just trying to play those forward balls. They're getting in behind our defence. I mean, I know he was offside there, but they're looking a lot more positive, and this is worrying. And do you know what else is worrying? Jesse Lingard have just taken off his training suit, and he is looking likely to be readied to come on the pitch. It's not who I wanted to see, to be perfectly honest with you, but there you go. Thank you very much, Reezy, for the shout out on my commentary there. Reezy and Dal, shout out to you. Shout out to all you other Reds that are tuning in here. Matthew, Arif Patel, you bunch of guys that are tuned in to this watch along. Thanks so much for stopping by on Full Time Devils. I'm feeling quite negative at the moment, actually. I'll be honest with you guys, because I just thought we would be doing a little bit more in this game. I look at my prediction down there. I look like a right mug, don't I? 4-0. What am I doing? But who could have saw this? Who could have seen this coming? Who could have foreseen this lack of cutting edge by United in this game, especially this second half? I mean, it's a bit poor. Rincon comments, Rojo and Jones look exhausted. Yeah, they've not had a lot of match time recently, so I guess that does become a factor. Very good point. Might have to make some changes. It looks like Juan Mata and Jesse Lingard are coming on the pitch, actually. So 2 changes. I'm happy that he's made these changes. Just 67 minutes gone on the clock. I'm happy with the changes because it's not happening at the moment for United. We need to create something, get those 2 on the pitch. Maybe that'll be the change that's needed. They do have more experience. Look, I don't rate Jesse Lingard, but do I think Jesse Lingard's got enough quality to cause FC Astana problems? Yes, I do. And unfortunately, the lads that we've played in there across the 3 up top have just not quite created enough and been clinical enough. So it does make sense. But Angel Gomez, one of the players that's making way to keep you informed with the substitutions. And I think Angel Gomez, Juan Mata on for him, but Angel Gomez has had a very positive performance from him today. He has. On another day, he'd have got an assist or two. I think that's fair to say he's put in a decent performance. But Lingard and Juan Mata on the pitch. Who's the other player that's gone off? So Angel Gomez came off. I'm not sure who the other player. Hopefully they'll show a graphic in a minute on BT Sport here and we can see. Or you guys will tell me in the comment section. Red Devil United 77, how you doing? Good to see you in here. Comments, looking forward to the next Pig and the Hen show if things keep going like this. Oh my days, we'll have lots to talk about. Wednesdays, 3 PM UK time on Flying Pig United is the Pig and the Hen show podcast with my friend Henry Hotspur, who is a devout Tottenham Hotspur fan, and we do have a bit of banter. I mean, if you want a heated debate, just check out the last podcast we did on Wednesday. Astana, though, with a counter-attack down the left, a long ball over the top. It's a great ball, and it's not dealt with by United's defender, is it? Phil Jones. Oh, man. Astana, here they come. Great ball in to the area. Ball across the 6-yard box, and Astana head almost gets on the end of it. And Romero clutches it to his chest gratefully once again, man. I tell you what, this is worrying times. This is worrying times. It really is. I hope you guys have enjoyed the watch along tonight. Look, I know it's a different vibe to the other guys because I'm just a different human being. So you are going to get a different vibe. But I hope I've kept you informed with what's going on if you've not been able to watch the game. Unfortunately, there hasn't been any goals to celebrate or commentate on for United so far. There's 20 minutes left, just over 20 minutes left. So hopefully we will get that. And I will have to update the score on the stream here, which I haven't been able to do yet. Haven't needed to. Otherwise, it's going to be, you know, a little bit annoying, but come on, we just got to get the breakthrough here. I mean, it would be a pitiful result to win this game 1-0. If you'd have looked at the odds beforehand, I mean, I didn't, but it would probably be more likely for United to win 2, 3, 4-0 than to win 1-0, right? Even though in most games that wouldn't be the case because it's more likely. But in this game, it was almost like, how many are United going to score? That's truly how I felt going into it, even with our youth players playing. And yeah, it's been a good experiment for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. But in terms of somebody stepping up to the mantle and showing what they can do, look, I guess Rojo's put in a good shift. I guess Gomez, Angel Gomez has come out of this with some positivity. Dallo, same thing. Twanzebe, same thing to a degree, though. It's not like we've had all that much to do at the back. So, listen, it's not the best in terms of gaining anything from this game so far. Let's see what happens. Oh, we've got a chance! Ball on the left side, played back in across to the 6-yard box. It finds its way to the edge of the area. Dallo puts the ball back in to the danger zone. Cleared away by FC Astana's Vidic and Rio Ferdinand-esque defenders. Oh, Rojo not able to find the final killer ball there. United come down the right. Phil Jones this time, overlapping run from Phil Jones. What's he doing? He's a lunatic. Good bit of positive play by Phil Jones. He just ran forward. The crowd was singing shoot. He didn't. He overlapped with the lad on the right-hand side there. And he almost created an opportunity there, Phil Jones. Fair play to you. Fair play to him. Fred, who's, I think, looked okay in this game. But, you know, at least he got his free kick on target, which is more can be said for Marcus Rashford's abundance of free kick wasted opportunities in this game. He did hit the crossbar as well early on, so Fred's done all right. And he's ticked things over in the centre of the park there okay. I want to see more from Fred, I really do. He deserves a chance. Oh, Manchester United with an opportunity. FC Astana, they deal with it. They are defending very well at the back. Do you see how coolly they just passed it around their back line there and cleared it out? I think, you know, they're a decent team, this. I mean, I kind of feel stupid now. The fact that I predicted 4-0 on this game. But that's honestly what I thought was going to happen. I thought it was going to be a shooting gallery for Manchester United and we would just dominate them in every department. Now, we've dominated them in possession, but I would say even in chances, I'm not sure if we've dominated them in chances for this second half. Greenwood down the right, though. He cuts back in. That's a great bit of play by Greenwood. Get in there, you beauty! Mason Greenwood makes the breakthrough. Come on, my son. What a bit of play by him there, this lad. Did you see that? Let me just describe it to you. So he's got the ball, he's turned, he's done the defender, and he has just put it in at a very tight angle at the near post. It was a brilliant finish from Mason Greenwood here. Let's take a look at this. Just as I was starting to have a little bit of doubt creep in about United getting a goal, we've done that. Let's see what happens. So Rojo starts it on the left. Fred plays the ball. Fred plays the ball to Greenwood. Greenwood. Oh, he's so cool. It's almost like the goal he scored against Spurs in pre-season where it looks like he's going to cut back inside. But then he just takes it back on the outside as quick as a flash. Does the defender. Completely tucks up the defender. Twists his blood. Makes him look a right mug. And then with that right boot of his, sticks it through Eric's legs in the Astana goal. And that is a fantastic finish. That's a fantastic goal. Get in there, you beauty. Just as I was starting to doubt United could win this game. We got the goal, 1-0 to United. Now I can update. The score. Get in there, you beauty. Been looking forward to doing this. I've been expecting I was going to do it a lot, but I haven't. So there you go. The score has been up. Oh, I've put it's upside down for some reason. Why is that? That's crazy. Did I invert that somehow? I don't know. But look, anyway, it's 1-0. That makes no sense. All right. So if the score's upside down, I don't know why. Don't know. Oh, hang on a second. Here we go. I figured it out. It makes no sense. But there you go. Oh, it's tricky. So United looking to build on this. It's upside down, lads. I'm just going to get rid of it. It looks ridiculous. But I'll keep you up with the score. Don't know why that happened. It was fine at 0-0 there. But it's inverted. So there we go. Manchester United currently leading, if you're just joining us, 1-0 to Manchester United, courtesy of a fantastic finish from a 17-year-old Mason Greenwood, who, to be fair to him, up until that point, he had quite a quiet game. So I'm so happy for him that he's come in there, had the breakthrough. I mean, that's the goal-scoring clinicalness that we need to see. Rashford's missed a bunch of sitters tonight. Mason Greenwood, he's had a couple of half chances. That was his third half chance, and he has actually put it in the back of the net there. Now, the goalkeeper should have done better, sure, but I just think it was his great play to do the defender there in such a quick little movement that has sort of blindsided the goalkeeper and caught him off guard. It was a great finish from Mason Greenwood. 1-0 to United. Get in there, you beauty. Very, 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 very happy with that indeed. It's an upside down one. But it'll do. Anyway, come on, United. Here we go. Let's build on this. Oh, my days! A shot from distance by Marcus Rojo. Big smile on his face. He sticks the tongue out to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer there. Because he shouldn't have done that. But I tell you what a strike. He's hit it with the outside of his boots. And it's a sort of Roberto Carlos curler, in-swinger, out-swinger, in-swinger jobby. And he's almost found the back of the net there from a very deep position. So he just felt like he'd have a pop there. Fair play to him. Zach Liedell comments, who is your best player tonight during the game? Me, myself, personally. I mean, I do think Rojo's put in a really great performance. I do. I mean, not just because he had a shot there, but just defensively going forward. His passing has been really on form tonight. I think he's done well. I think Dallow's done well. Greenwood obviously got the goal before that. I mean, I wasn't the best performance from him, but at least he's got the goal. One moment of quality has changed this game for United. Just want to say to everybody who's tuning in right now, thanks so much for stopping by on the watch along. Chuck a like on the channel. Of course, after this game tonight, there'll be all sorts of fantastic match reaction from Full-Time Devils from Old Trafford for the game tonight. See what Howson and McCullough and all those lads think about it. See what the fans think outside the ground. So do stick around after this watch-along live stream has finished, because there will be lots of great content coming on the channel. So make sure you stick around. Oh, and of course, as per usual, if you're one of my usual subscribers, I'll be jumping on a few minutes after the final whistle just to give you my thoughts and opinions post-match on my channel. Once again, Flying Pig United. Check it out. Subscribe to it for my take on Manchester United. So here we go. Looks like some substitutions are happening there. Twanzebe just brought to the ground. And that should be it for United now. We've surely got this game won now. Marcus Rojo is the man who's making way. He does look knackered. He's breathing very hard. He's got a smile on his face. He had a bit of fun out there. It's his first appearance for a while. He's done himself some favours there, to be fair. He actually has. He's put in a real shift. Really good performance by him. Ashley Young comes on the pitch. I'll credit where credit's due. You know, I'm not the biggest fan of Rojo, but I must say I think he's put in a very good shift tonight, just like Ashley Young did in the Leicester game. I'll say it when it's due. When they're awful, I'll tell you, but Ashley Young, he's also not a favourite of mine. I'm not so sure if he's got a place at the club. But if he puts in performances in a backup capacity like he did in that Leicester game, he's good. He's all right by me. Same with Rojo tonight. You come in, you can't fault him really. He's been one of the better performers. So Ashley Young is his replacement on the ball now down the left. Let's read a few of your comments out, see what you guys think about Rojo. So Pamadou Toure, nice to have you in here, Pamadou. It's actually a Chelsea supporter watching the game. Thank you for getting involved as a Chelsea fan. He comments, yeah, Rojo has done well today. Yeah, he has. I think that's a fair thing to say. Rincon says Rojo was a baller. He's put in a good performance. Thank you, Footy Live, who says he subscribed to my channel. Much appreciated. Ben Cooper subscribed because the commentary is quality. Thank you very much there, Ben. Much appreciated. I do just try and keep you up to date with what's going on. I know there's a lot of people around the world who, for whatever reason, kind of like me during the Leicester game when I couldn't get a decent stream for the first half, who, for whatever reason, it is just not on in your country, or you don't have the channel, or whatever it may be. You're not actually able to watch the game. So I know these watch-alongs and things like this are pretty important to some people to keep you up to date with what's going on. And sometimes you don't want to listen to the same old stuffy radio commentary, do you? You want to mix it up with a bit of the pig and full-time Devils action. So thank you very much. Oh, United with a shot from the edge of the area. Saved by the keeper. Can we put in the rebound? No is the answer to that. Let's see who had the shot here, because crikey, it was a good one. Just approaching 80 minutes on the clock. Jesse Lingard cuts inside, has a pop. Great save at the near post this time from King Eric in between the Astana sticks to push it onto the post, and it ricochets back across the goal line, and Diogo Dalot's waiting there for it, and oh no, Diogo Dalot, what was that? It's an absolute sitter missed. It's an open goal. He's just got completely under it, and it was awful from Diogo Dalot. Little shake of the head, little wry smile, but he knows he's missed an opportunity there to get his name on the score sheet. And what an opportunity that was. It doesn't get any easier than that, really. So that's a shame. But look, Dalot, he is a defender. He is a wing-back. He is a crosser. He's a defender. He's not a goal scorer, by definition. It would have been nice. Mark Sin says, King Eric. Yeah, I know. Well, that's the sort of name that he's got, isn't it? Now, he's probably King Eric to them. He's come over. He's played a good performance in the goal line, in the goal for Astana. Their goalkeeper, Eric, made a lot of key saves in the first half, denied Marcus Rashford multiple times. Thankfully, he couldn't deny Mason Greenwood, but he's denied everybody else tonight, so fair play to him. He was inspired by King Eric Cantona tonight. Not good for us, but there you go. Here come United. Come on, can we grab another one or another two before the end of the game? That would actually be a semi-respectable scoreline. Like at this stage, 1-0 against Astana is still not the most convincing of wins, is it? I know we've had the youth out there, but even so... Dennis comments, what is Piggy doing at full time? I'll be on my channel just doing a live post-match reaction show. Feel free to stop along. There may be a little bit of time in between full-time Devils lads going on live. But of course, you've got to make sure you stick around on full-time Devils as well to hear what all the people outside the ground think of this performance by Manchester United tonight against FC Astana. Lots of post-match reaction, I'm sure. Not all of it will be positive as well. I've got some negative things to talk about in my post-match show too, because fact is, we've not done a good enough job this second half of creating. We've not been clinical enough in front of goal. And although we've got the 1-0 win, we're playing FC Astana from the Kazakhstani league. No disrespect, but this is the first meeting between a Kazakhstani side and an English side in competitive football. So it goes to show you their league is obviously not the highest quality. They're third in their league at the moment. United, I mean, there's some question marks hanging over us. Rather than questions being answered tonight, there's some more question marks. That's all I'd say. It's a difficult one. It's like Tahith Chong, he hasn't been the most effective tonight. Rashford, he hasn't been the most effective in terms of getting the ball in the back of the net. So there's a couple of things to talk about from a negative standpoint. But obviously we are winning the game. That's the most important thing. Get the job done. Get the win. That's what we need. Here come Astana. Could they break Manchester United hearts at the end of the game? Hopefully not, and United get the ball back, thankfully. But look at them. They've got 5 yellow shirts committed forward there. They're going for it. They will be going for it for the last few minutes of this game. It's unlikely that it will happen. It should leave a few more holes at the back there because, listen, Astana, what makes it tricky sometimes coming up against lesser teams is they do what Astana did in that first half. They have 2 really compact rows of defensive units. The defence of the midfield, very, very compact, very tough to penetrate. And if you have good defenders who can clear balls away coming into the box like they actually showed, then you can deal with it. You can keep the opponent at bay. But United now with the lead, now with the breakthrough from Greenwood, it means that Astana, they're not going to come here and try and get a 1-0 loss. That's not what they want. They're going to have to commit some numbers forward, which what does that mean? It plays into United. It plays into the bags of pace we got up top there. There should be a bit more space to exploit in their defence once we get the ball back, if they do have an attack at some point. But United are just passing it around at the moment, keeping hold of the ball. Keep in possession, slow working it around. Looks like this game's basically done with 6 minutes left. So 84 minutes, 7 seconds gone on the clock. Oh, Rashford just trying to get through and go, and he's brought down by Tomasevic. Tomasevic brings Rashford down. Is it a free kick or a corner here? But it looks like he's going to get a yellow card for bringing Marcus Rashford down to the ground. And United have a free kick and a decent opportunity late on. Will it be Rashford taking it? I mean, I feel bad for him. He's been on the pitch for 84 minutes, 37 seconds. And Rashford, he's had a bunch of chances and he's not banged one on the back of the net. But based on how he's taken his free kicks recently, not just this game, maybe Fred should have a pop. Do you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. But, Fred got a yellow card then as well, not sure what for. Just a referee going back and picking up some sort of incident there. Corner to United though, it was a corner, not a free kick, my bad. So corner to United, here it comes in. Now looks like maybe a substitution's just going to happen just before that corner does come in here. So let's see what the final change is for. Oh, corner in and it hits the keeper Eric. What the heck was that from Mason Greenwood? Listen, he scored, we'll let him off, but the control, the touch there from him was diabolical. But anyway, he's a young lad, he's improved. 17 years of age though. Listen, let's just talk about Mason Greenwood for a second, because you can't expect to come in and just completely impress and put in what's the word, really influential performance out there when you're a 17-year-old lad. First, you're coming into the side for a big game like this for the first time around, starting the game. But what he has done is at a key moment in the game, he's shown the quality to find the back of the goal. That's what he's done. He's made the breakthrough for United. He's got us the win effectively because it didn't look like it was going to be coming from anywhere else as this game progressed on. Mason Greenwood, 17 scoring in European football competitions, winning the game for United effectively. I mean, that's the situation we're in, but we've done that sort of purposely tonight by playing the youth, and I'm happy about that. So that's a huge positive. Mason Greenwood, it's not been the best all-round performance from him, don't get me wrong, but in terms of what's mattered, he's made the breakthrough for United and got that all-important goal for us. And it was a really well-taken chance from the lad as well, so happy for Mason Greenwood. It only really further backs up my feelings that he should be the backup to Martial in that striking role. Because look, Rashford's had a good few chances tonight and he just hasn't had his clinical hat on. He hasn't put them in the back of the net. You've got to do that at this level, I'm afraid, with the key quality chances that he created. Greenwood, he's had three good chances from what I can remember, none of which were as good as Rashford's best chances, but he put it away. So that's what counts. That's what I like to see, natural finishing ability. Get on over then, lads and lasses, for the last few minutes to FullTimeDEVILS Twitter feed. Let's see what the polls are currently on FullTimeDEVILS. Give them a follow on social media also at FullTimeDEVILS. I'm on Twitter as well at Mr. Flying Pig HD. Greenwood's goal, listen, the last tweet 5 minutes ago, Matchday Mac, Greenwood's goal was great, but my favourite thing today was Rojo's Rabona. Yes, I must say that was quite impressive from the lad. Shame that it was intercepted and cleared away, but great confidence from the lad. Gotta love that cheeky Argentinian smile afterwards as well. So fair play, get in over to Full Time Devils anyway and see what they've got to say. But my man of the match today, I mean, there's a couple of minutes left of the game. My man of the match, though, I mean, I'm probably going to give it to Marcus Rojo. It would be easy to just give it to Greenwood for the goal, and that was a very important moment for us in this game to get the breakthrough. It really, really was. But at the same time, his all-round general performance over the 90 minutes other than that, you know, it's been okay, it's been decent, it's been positive. He's had a few shots, but, you know, not the ultimate best. I think Rojo's put in a real good shift for the time he was on there. So I'll probably give it to Rojo, which is a big surprise. If you'd have told me at the start of this game I'd be picking him as my man of the match, I wouldn't have thought. United with the counter late on, though. We've cut them open. Oh, and a little cheeky chipped attempt there by, I think it was Mason Greenwood again, is saved by Eric in between the Astana post once again. So he's done you have to remember as well, like with a bit more cutting edge, bit more clinical finishing, and also a goalkeeper not so up to the task. Oh, Astana with a ball into the box late on. Here they come flooding forward. There's 6 or 7 yellow shirts in the box. The ball comes in. Dealt with by United. Crikey, and it comes back in again though. Ball over to the right side and there's too much on it. Goes out for a United throw in. Dallow's impressed tonight, think he's really been good. Get your thoughts and opinions in, lads. And lasses, don't forget the ladies. Who is your man of the match today? Angel Greenez, that's like a hybrid of Gomez and Greenwood, but either way, that would be some player. Angel Gomez, he has obviously done a good shift in tonight as well. Positive performance from him, so I've got to say that too. Twanzibi's looked good, hasn't really put a foot wrong. Phil Jones, a little bit ropey at times there, as ever. Sergio Romero hasn't had a lot to do, but barely put a foot wrong. You know, he's our Europa League keeper, isn't he? He's a great backup keeper to have. So I was right, there has been a bit more space opening up for United to try and expose as Astana come looking for this goal late on to try and break United hearts. And I tell you something, they're not stopping. They're not stopping. Here they come down the right now. Astana down the right-hand side. They've made an opportunity to get the ball and the ball comes in. Oh my day, 6-yard box. Almost gets on the end of it, their striker does. But it's dealt with. Ashley Young brings it out from the back. Ashley Young out from the back. He's offside, don't play the ball. 2 minutes of added time, comments Wobbly Wibbly 78. Good shout, it is 2 minutes of added time on the clock. So it's 90 minutes and 30 seconds gone now. Just 90 seconds left. Thank you to everybody who's got involved with the watch along tonight. I'll just say it one final last time. If you're into it, check out the Football Index who are working with Full Time Devils. The link's in the description. And you guys may have fun playing that sort of a stock market trading football player game that it is. It is an interesting idea. You can actually make real money by investing in players within the footballing world. So if you think you've got an eye for a player, if you think you've got an eye for someone who can get in good form, check it out in the link in the description. Also, my channel should be in there. If not, just search Flying Pig United on YouTube. You can follow me on there. And I'll be doing my post-match show. But of course, after the final whistle goes in a few seconds, there will be a lot of content coming on the channel from Full Time Devils. See what those guys think of this 1-0 performance by United. Just to give it an assessment at the end of the game here, my opinions quickly on Full Time Devils is I think that United have not done well enough tonight. I'm sorry, we've won the game. That's the most important thing. But in terms of creation, in terms of cutting edge, clinical ability shown by our forwards, it's not quite been there. It's taken a 17-year-old lad to get the breakthrough for United tonight and get us that 1-0 victory. So that's not amazing, is it? I predicted 4-0 before the game. We should be comfortably besting a team like Astana. They made it difficult for us. The goalie had a good one, but Rashford not clinical enough. We didn't create enough second half in general either for a good spell. And we allowed them back into the game a little bit. And here come Astana with the last move of the game, though. Last move of the game, what are they going to do? Fair play to Astana. I just want to say, there goes the final whistle. Get in there, my son. 3 points in the bag. I just want to say credit to FC Astana here. They've done amazing in this game. They defended so well. They worked their socks off. Organisationally brilliant. They could have even got something out of the game. They still went for it. But look, United's performance not good enough here tonight. At least Greenwood's got the goal. At least Gomez looked good. At least Rojo and Dallo looked good. But other than that, there's not that many positives to take from United's performance today. The win is a positive. That's the most important thing. I agree. That's the most important thing. But the actual performance, not quite up to the levels that I was hoping to see tonight. Rashford needed to cap off more opportunities and we needed to create a little bit more. Listen, lads and lasses, thank you so much for stopping by on the watch along. I hope you've enjoyed seeing the Flying Pig on Full Time Devils. Always a pleasure getting involved and doing stuff for this channel. So thank you for having me on. Do us a favour before I go and before you guys go, smash a cheeky little like on this video, subscribe to the channel. If you are not subscribed, of course, stick around. Let's see what the lads of Full Time Devils have to say about this particular game of football. And of course, you stick around so you guys can have your say. But everybody who's got in the comments, if I've not read out your comments, understand I would have loved to. Thanks so much for stopping by and making this such an entertaining stream. Unfortunately, there wasn't more goals to celebrate for United. But there we have it. Anyway, you're a bunch of legends. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you soon. Hopefully, you'll see me on Full Time Devils at some point again soon. Have yourselves a good one. Take it easy. Follow my channel at Flying Pig United. You know you want to. And stick around for the upcoming content that will be after this stream finishes right now on Full Time Devils. Take it easy. Thank you for watching. Have a good one. Like, subscribe, comment. We'll see you soon. And take it easy. Come on, United.